My name is Foley. I'm the CEO of 2131. I'm also the station manager for YFM, and I'm the host of Foresight TV.
We are about to party right here, crazy style. Look at the amazing view we have overlooking. Yo, can you imagine?
I would not even say or put a finger to a specific day or time that the organization 2131, the concept 2131 started, but it's stemmed up from a lot of things: passion, interest, dedication, time, effort, sweat that's been put into a lot of things that I have personally been involved in, that evolved into the brand 2131. I read a book from a very popular author called Napoleon Hill, and he shared a very simple concept in something about life, that when you set your mind and your heart, or when you feed your subconscious with something, one particular thing, for a very long time, the human body naturally generates or turns this idea or concept or imagination into physical action actually. And then it becomes your attitude and your character, and it defines what you do. So in reading this, I tried and I put this concept into practice, where I believed in success, that everything I put my hand to, I want to be successful at it.
I know it can't have been easy.
Well, tonight happens to be a very sad night in South Africa, as we're standing just outside the premises of the late President Mandela. He passed away a couple of hours ago, and Foresight TV, we are in South Africa, so we managed to just step in here to see the people, thousands of people gather around here as they express their condolences, and of course how sad the whole thing is about the passing of Mandela.
I was passionate in music related stuff. I loved to make beats, I loved instrumentals, I loved to record artists, I just loved the whole idea. Then I got myself into places and meeting people that were in that similar line. I remember I met up with Ham of the Last Two, who really influenced my thoughts on sound engineering. I met the likes of Lexus from Soundcheck Entertainment, who taught me the art of business with sound engineering.
That's what's up. Official frequency for the young and the young at heart.
2131 has opened different branches of passions, I must say, that we've used to inspire other people to take on and manage as businesses. Example, I found passion in chopping up audios, playing with people's voices. So I turned that passion into a company called the Radio Advertising People, where we focus on radio commercials. So I wanted to establish a company where for the first time people wouldn't say, I'm going to a recording studio. I wanted companies to wake up and say that I'm going to a place where they record only radio commercials. That's their focus. So we found a solution to a problem that agencies and companies were facing in the past, that if they wanted to record radio commercials, where did they go to? They should go to a place that records radio commercials, people that are involved in radio commercials. So I turned my passion from the love of editing audios into an established business that's called the Radio Advertising People. That formed a part of the 2131 dream of inspiring young people. And through that, we managed to inspire other people who also found passion in the love of editing, and gave people a chance to do something they had never ever thought of doing. We also established our 2131 a record label. Now, this record label under the conglomerate is not necessarily for management of artists, but we have come up with very exciting and creative concepts that musicians can tap into and use to promote their music. And I'm sure there are 1,001 people out there who have crazy passion for music, but as to the platforms, they would have to get onto the people they need to talk to, who will have that time for them to talk to them and guide them on exactly how to get to where they want to get to. Some don't have. 2131 has come up with its record label to fish out for talent, and by God's grace, we wanted to do it for people who today are well enjoyed in the music industry.
2131, yo!
Tavern 2131 now. Tavern 2131 is a cute British pub in the heart of Osu. Very lovely place. Being managed by one Mr. Kennedy. You should come by and see him. Big fat guy with chubby cheeks. Always ready to accept you and give you the best services that you can ever think of.
Working with Jay is always very challenging because he's a very creative personality. I'm always being challenged to bring in new things. And as a result, I end up learning.
Financially, I would say that I'm not the richest of kids around, but I make just enough for me to open my doors for another day to continue. So I'm content with what I have. Everybody wishes he or she had more money, but I'm content with what I have. I'm trying to grow the businesses that I have established under me. I'm trying to give my all to the businesses that I am affiliated with as well. So if God gives me more money, why not? But if He gives me what I have just to work with to change people's lives, I'm content with it.
The bar we have set in Ghana is so low that when you go over the bar, it's nothing to write home about. So I'm expecting the youth to lift the bar so that when you go over the bar, you're going over a bar of excellence.
X-Live.
Challenges. I mean, like I said earlier on, at the end of the day, we are in a human institution, and it will mean that people have different ideologies and different visions and missions, but it's all scattered. So it's the first challenge I'd probably say is very difficult to align everybody's idea to fit into the purpose of what our brand speaks. So yes, that is the behavioral attitude, the attitudes that different people have. Somebody is very sluggish to work, somebody is very quick at work, somebody is very creative, somebody is spontaneous, other persons are slow, and all these things sometimes become very difficult to have a smooth operating business day. That's one side. The other side is, of course, the economy we are in today as Ghana. Yes, we have our difficulties. You know, we have water problems, we have electricity problems, and sometimes these things prove very difficult for a young individual like myself who has businesses running to just even sometimes run effectively. You know, that becomes difficulty. Now the other side is cash flow problems, where I mean, in every business, of course, people owe you, they haven't paid, you pay salaries, utilities are fluctuating, prices are fluctuating, price of items you need to operate on the market are fluctuating, so it becomes very difficult to operate as an entrepreneur, where you're supposed to find money from here and there to connect the dots and just make business sense out of what you're doing. But in all these things, it doesn't make me lose hope, because I see it as the normal challenges that will come my way if I'm a businessman trying to establish something. Nobody had it easy. Thomas Edison had to create 10,000 different ways before he nailed it in setting up a light bulb. He not only learned, he didn't fail, but he learned 10,000 ways of how not to create a light bulb. So if every single day I have challenges, I see them as ways in which I'm learning how not to become a successful businessman. So if you learn those ways, then you know that these are the only options left in life, that this path and that path is right.
I like the way you motivate, believe in what I do, so we cultivate.
My normal first 15 days of every month is a bit relaxed, then the other 15 days to complete the month means that you have staff under you need to pay salaries to. So how are you going to make that happen? So I mean, that best defines the kind of person I am, that some people tag me as Jay Foley is always busy, but busy for a good purpose. A free day in my life is means that I'm stuck to my PS3. I get stressed out sometimes within a week to the point that I need to think about something else. And what could be the only one thing that could take my mind away from emails and phone calls and worries and deadlines and all that is playing a freaking video game. So I don't compromise my video game times. When I sit behind my desk sometimes and I'm free, I play my game because it gives me time to think about other things. At least it takes my mind away from the usual regular days, and that's how I spend my free day. One side of me that I probably want to use your platform to tell a lot of my friends out there is that when you find yourself in media, you don't have any private life anymore. You sell your life to the world. So what I try to do is that when I get to my house, I don't like my parents calling me J. Foley. I don't like my brothers calling me J. When I get to my house, I want you to call me by my local name, because it's the only place where I can get to enjoy the me that I knew years back, not the me that you are seeing on TV today. I'm not into a cult, but I think that every single person should have something that you should abide by, your own personal constitution, if I can say that. Things that you do and things you don't do. It's by this constitution that you can safeguard whatever you do in this life. And by my constitution, there's only one line in there that goes like, whatever you decide to do in life, you should know that it can be done. It only starts as a dream. It's either you lead, you challenge, or you can simply forget it. And that's my constitution. So when I wake up every morning, I read this to myself, I say it to myself, I add it in my prayer, and I set out on whatever I intend to do within that day. If I don't finish it, tomorrow will come. Even though tomorrow is not promised, it will surely come. And if you are going to be in tomorrow, then make sure that you are doing exactly what purpose you were put on this earth to achieve.
Big inspirations. Thank you.